Hello, this is part 68 and this is final part of authentication, part number 4 of preparation for exam NSE4 Fortinet. Monitoring users. We can monitor users who authenticate through our firewall policies using the page Firewall Users page. How to find Firewall Users page? Go to Dashboard, User and Devices, then Firewall Users page. It displays the user group, duration, IP address, traffic volume, and authentication method. It does not include administrators because they are not authenticating through firewall policies that allow traffic. They are logging in directly on FortiGate. This page also allows us to disconnect a user or multiple users at the same time. Now let's check our knowledge about authentication on Fortinet device FortiGate. Question 1. Firewall policies dictate whether a user or device can or cannot authenticate on a network. Which statement about firewall authentication is true? Option 1. Firewall policies can be configured to authenticate certificate users. Option 2. The order of the firewall policies always determines whether a user's credentials are determined actively or passively. And the correct answer is option 1. Firewall policies can be configured to authenticate certificate users. Question 2. Which statement about active authentication is true? Option 1. Active authentication is always used before passive authentication. Option 2. The firewall policy must allow HTTP, HTTPS, FTP and/or Telnet protocols in order for the user to be prompted for credentials. And the correct option is 2. The firewall policy must allow HTTP, HTTPS, FTP and/or Telnet protocols in order for the user to be prompted for credentials. Question 3. Which statement best describes the authentication idle timeout feature on FortiGate? Idle timeout. Options. The length of the time FortiGate waits for the user to enter their authentication credentials, or the length of time an authenticated user is allowed to remain authenticated without any packets being generated by the host device. And the correct option is option 2. The length of time an authenticated user is allowed to remain authenticated without any packets being generated by the host device describes idle timeout on FortiGate. Thank you for watching. Next, we will see you in the next video. And Our next video will be about logging and monitoring. We have studied together in introduction and initial configuration, firewall policies, network address translation, firewall authentication, and the next chapter will be logging and monitoring. Thank you for watching.